I say each morning you wake up from the sleep and from the dream. But to be fully awake, you must also wake up from the waking state. Also. What it means? That somehow the waking state also is still dreaming somehow. We're dreaming that we are something we're not. So you have to wake up from this thing. Satsang is the wake up call, alarm call. Wake up. What are you going to wake up into? You are going to wake up into yourself. This is what it is. What is the truly awakened mind like? The truly awakened being. They don't need a past. They don't need a past. They can have memories, but they don't need the memory. You see, the memory is now functioning under the jurisdiction of consciousness, not the person. The memory is not anymore in service to the person. It's in service to the consciousness. They have no aspirations for future. They are not bound by time. They are not rehearsing life. They are not strategizing existence. They need no technique to live. They are not in need of friendship. They don't need any tribe. And yet the whole world is their family. And yet they can correspond to local identity. They know they can still love their family. They can still have this. But there's something much broader than that now also. It's not that they exchange, but they go beyond the limitations. They can converse on the level of the local level of family and friends, and they understand this world, this currency is still there. But they are also able to travel into other worlds and to be with other beings. I don't mean like, I'm not talking about Star Trek here. I'm talking about in different situations in life. They can correspond. They're never out of their depth. You see? Because with all things they know they can speak from the place, from the spirit of the place. You see? I remember one time also, I was in the United States. We were visiting some people were coming to satsang. This man, both he and his wife, they are mathematicians. Pure mathematics, they said, no? You remember this person? In Chicago, I think it was. And then I was staying in his house. And we were talking one day. And then he says, "But you're a mathematician." I said, "I was not even so good at sums at school. But I understand what you're speaking." You see? Now you may call it mathematics, but I don't know what I would call it. It is just somehow we can talk. Because it is at the highest point of any discipline. The same fundamental truth underlies it. And somehow you can speak. Maybe I don't use the same jargons or something, but the same sense is there. At the heart of all expressions of all disciplines, the same common truth is there. Like that. All this is inside our being. Satsang means to associate. Why? Because by nature all the beings want to associate with something. And then here it says to associate with the truth. Satsang means to associate with the highest truth. Not learn the truth. Be in the company where the truth is honored. And you somehow absorb the ambient of truth, the environment of truth. How? You don't know. Most things we don't know. We just think we know. But actually, like the children, they are here. This child is here. You don't send him to school, but we all speak in English. He started to speak English. Ask him how you learned. I don't know. This is how somehow again you get your mind reorientated towards the truth. Not just truth in word, but in vibration also. Then also you understand the life energetically, meaning that you sense life. This is maturity, spiritual maturity. It's not just having a lot of mental knowledge, but somehow you can sense life. You can sense when something is not sitting right. But your senses is working with love. So you're not sensing something to punish someone. Haha, I caught you. No, you're sensing to say, no, listen, maybe you can look this way. Look at it this way. You see? It's always to support and to encourage you like that. So this is tremendous power that is already here. This is my good news. Because if you had to develop it, oh my God, I don't know when. But if you're going to discover it, then it can be more immediate because it's already here. You see? Something released. Sometimes I meet people, they come very, very confused. Very confused. And then somehow an opening comes inside. And immediately they are speaking like the Buddha. Immediately. They didn't go to Buddha University. But immediately they are speaking things, not sophisticated things. Because truth doesn't need to be sophisticated. It can simply be like this. But what power it comes. That you cannot argue with it because it has such a depth, you see. So this is already the proof that it's simply unlocked. When this question is asked, who am I or where am I? And no location is found for an I as person. And there's tremendous space, tremendous beauty, tremendous love is there, tremendous peace is there. You see? It's like you are like space moving about in space. Something inside. A kind of like a spaciousness that is not filled with history. It's not filled with noise or intention. There's just a wonderful lightness within your own being. This is very natural. We should not be worried about it. Of course the mind will come and say, what's going to happen now? And say, well, nothing. Yeah, what about tomorrow? You see? Who's going to pay your rent? And then somehow, tutup, 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 tutup. So I say it's important to trust. Don't decide, I am not going to do, or I am going to do. Don't decide. Just keep quiet. Let life play through you. You see? Because if you make something like, okay, I am never going to touch money. That's a big thing. You see? You don't need to say this thing. Oh, I'm not going to talk to anybody. Why you need to? God doesn't ask you to say this. You just keep quiet. Then meet life as life comes. But if you start to make, these kind of strong things, kind of monkish vows, as from this day, no, don't get into this thing. You just be empty. And you move about like this. You don't know what you're going to say next, what you're going to feel next, where you're going to go next. You don't know. Don't tell anybody this. Because everybody believes that they know what they're going to think next, what they're going to do next, what they're going to say next, what they're going to feel next. But they don't. Only now it's becoming clear to you that this is the way. And then you find that nothing is missing from your life. Nothing is missing from your life. You're not disabled. Even if you have one leg, you're not disabled anymore. You see? And this thing is what is my joy to share. Nothing is wrong with you. Except the way we're thinking. And the thinking, you can change. It can change. You don't have to force it to change, but as you discover more and more your own natural being, it changes automatically. You did not make your life. Even your friends were chosen for you. You see? When you are involved thinking, oh, this I don't want, this, and then things go wrong, things go strange. But when you cooperate with existence and be in the moment, you find that, it's kind of okay. It's okay. For thousands of years, human beings have been coming together in small communities and groups like this, looking deeply into this question: who are we? Why are we here? What is true? And they call this satsang. In different countries, different things, but the same quest is there for thousands of years. And now it is our turn. We are at the forefront now of the human experience. No? We are the present wave of beings who come together to look into this mighty question. You see? Who are we? You see? And to feel the immensity of the possibility of knowing ourselves. What is clear to me is that we are already that. That which we are searching for, it is already here. So all that needs to happen is that the recognition of that has to take place. It is a gross delusion to think that you can do anything for truth except discover it. It does not need any help. It does not need support. It does not even need followers. It does not need. But there's a need to be discovered. We have to discover. What we think is far away and distant and difficult, you are discovering is nearer than near. It's already here. And what a paradox, what a mystery, you see. What a mystery that you are going to discover something that has never left you, except through the dreaming mind. This is the power of satsang. And it welcomes everyone. It does not respect or discriminate between any path or gender or race or tradition at all, because it underlies all things. The fundamental truth, the fundamental nature of humankind, of all expressions of sentience is the same thing.